Over the last year, you've definitely heard the word school. Alex Hormozy has mentioned it, Sam Ovens has mentioned it, even Iman Gadzi is a secret investor in school as we speak. The fact is this, you want to create a school community. You might be an online coach, you might be some sort of creator, a business person, you name it. But the question is, how do you utilize school the correct way? In this video, you're going to learn specifically how to utilize school to sell your high ticket service, your high ticket product, your high ticket consultancy, your agency service, you name it. And you're going to learn exactly how to implement the funnel the correct way. First, we need to understand, is it a free school, a paid school, a low ticket community, a high ticket community? Unless you have a large audience above 200,000, 500,000, a million followers, realistically, you need to sell a high ticket product or service on the basis that high ticket is the real money maker. If you're hyper niche and you're selling to the correct ICP, high ticket is the way to go. But the question is, how do we sell high ticket effectively within school? We first need to start off by understanding that we are going to be using the free school funnel. And this free school funnel is realistically the name of the game in this day and age. Russell Brunson did speak about, the value ladder, ascending your audience from a free thing to a low ticket thing, to a mid ticket thing, to a high ticket thing, to an ultra high ticket thing. And that's very, very cool. That works. But the most effective mechanism to sell your high ticket service right now is to go from free to high ticket and then down sell to low ticket if there's people who are unqualified to pay for the high ticket. So how are we going to do this effectively? First and foremost, you need to understand on the front end, at this position, here we have high ticket, and here we have free. Some people argue, oh, why don't you just do like a low ticket community? Like a $1 or $10 or $20 thing. Maybe they're gonna be more qualified leads. I'll tell you why you want to keep this free. We wanna play the quantity game in the front end. Okay, because remember, the content of our school is going to be extremely high quality information, high quality, but it's going to be quick to consume. Okay, so they don't get too stuck in this area of the thing, so they can ascend to the high ticket. And so now we ask the question, do we keep it free or do we make it a low ticket thing? And the reason why we keep it free is simple. If we have a free community, one of my clients now has over 2,000 members in his free community. So let's say we can have 2,000 people in our free. But if you get them to pay, let's say $20, realistically, you're gonna get maybe like 100 people. And so if you convert even 10% of these people, which is 200, to your high ticket, that's 200 people buying your high ticket, as opposed to, even if you were to say 50% of the 100 who are arguably more qualified, you're only converting 50 of them, okay? So the argument is very, very simple. We want to go with free community for the front end at all times. Now, the next thing you need to understand is what we need to include in this free school funnel, this free community, to make it effective. There's two outcomes from the information that we're going to provide to these people and what they're going to do with it. Because bearing in mind, what did I say? We need to make sure that the free content in the free community is extremely high quality. Number one, HQ, high quality, but it's also quick to consume. The final thing I want to add on that is very important for our free school is that you provide unique insights and not just value. Value is how to do things. If you're an online fitness coach, it would be how to get in shape, the best workouts, the best shoulder exercises, etc. And value is good. But unique insights, these are where you show your audience what they're doing wrong, what they should be doing instead, and exactly why they should be doing them. This is where you give them a paradigm shift. This is where you change the way they think. And this is where you give them an aha moment. They're like, that's what I should be doing. But you didn't necessarily tell them exactly A to Z how they need to do the thing. And that's when they come to you for the implementation. So we make sure our free community is high quality information, quick to consume, it provides value, and it has unique insights. What are they going to do with this information in the free school? We have some people who are going to go through the entire thing and consume everything A to Z. So the good thing is this person consumes, right? And then we have someone who looks at the abundance of information in there and how high quality it is and how good the videos are and how there's templates and scripts and things of value. And they go, wow, this is amazing. But maybe they don't have time to consume your free school. Maybe they're a busy business owner or some sort of online coach who just doesn't have time to do that. What actually occurs, you may think, oh, this is a waste then. What if they didn't consume it? Actually, they see inherent value. What you guys need to understand that it's not just about value, it's about the assumed value. Look at luxury cars, for example. Everyone spends $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 on a Lamborghini Urus, right? And they think, I'm the guy, I got a Lamborghini Urus. But the funny thing is, Lamborghini Uruses are made from Ford, Volkswagen, and Audi parts. So what actually occurred? Yes, we know Lamborghini Urus is an expensive car and it's a valuable car, but it's its inherent value that's important. So if we go back to school, you're going to see that they gain inherent value from you because they saw what you produced in your free school and said, wow, if this guy's free stuff is this good, how good is his paid stuff? They don't even need to consume it to know that this is quality. Regardless, whether they consume it or they don't consume it, they still buy into you. They still convert. So once we understand that no matter what, it's a beneficial thing to have a free school, we now need to understand how do we utilize the free school the correct way, how do we implement it the correct way to actually convert people. How we do this is honestly very simple. When you intake someone into your school, you're actually allowed to ask them questions. And most people do these things, they ask questions, yeah, where are you in your journey? Where do you want to be? What's holding you back? Like kind of generic questions. But you need to understand that this is a perfect opportunity to collect data and to own your audience. So the questions you want to be asking in your free school intake form is, you already automatically get the name, you need to get the email, of course, you need to get the phone number, and remember here you need to clarify that you need to put the +44 or the country code beforehand because this allows you to intake anyone from around the world. And then here is where you get your qualifier. Some sort of qualification question to know how valuable the lead is. For some of my fitness coach clients, we get the person's occupation here because this allows us to know we have their phone number, we have their country code as well, which means we know where they're from, and then we also know their job, which means we can clearly assess how quality or how qualified is this lead. Let's say, for example, you have an e-commerce offer, and this e-com offer helps people scale from where they are currently with their store to where they want to be. You could easily ask them how much they're currently making with their store, so you kind of know roughly how much they have on hand to invest into your program. So we've taken their name, email, phone number, and qualification question. But the issue is most people don't implement this the correct way. Instead of just taking this information and saying, cool, I've got this information now, you need to own the data the effective way and actually reach out to them. How do we do this? Number one, we have an email welcome sequence, okay? So we instantly put them via Zapier into our email welcome sequence. This is where we reach out to them via email. On phone, we have SMS or WhatsApp. I'd say if you have a largely US-based audience, WhatsApp won't be effective because I know a lot of people in the US don't actually have WhatsApp. But if you have SMS, you're good to go regardless of the country. But the funny thing is we don't leave it just there with the phone. We actually also have a dialer, and this dialer calls them within 5, 10, 15 minutes maximum, speed to lead. And then now we also know that with all of this information, this goes into our Discord when the information comes in, so that the second the person opts in, we know our appointment setters can instantly reach out to them. They can dial them, they can SMS them, but this is an auto SMS. And then finally, when someone intakes into a school group, we also have school auto DM. So now we have all these different ways of reaching out to the prospect, which means we leave no lead unturned. And this is how you maximize lead efficiency. If I rub this out now, I'm gonna go into the final part of what we actually do when we have the people within the school. And this comes into 4 key aspects. Number 1, we have the classroom, the actual informational assets within the free school. Number 2, we have the community. How can we implement not an audience, but a community? Number 3, we have the calls. And number 4, we actually have an email list within our school group. So I'm going to show you exactly how to implement these 4 things. So with our classroom, we want to make sure our information is high quality, quick to consume, with value and unique insights. We need to understand that there's a difference between building a community and an audience. An audience is where there is a one-way train of communication or nurture. This is where, for example, if I have my audience, I'm just speaking to them, and right now I'm nurturing you guys are my audience, but you guys aren't necessarily my community. And within a community, you need to make it so good, so high quality, that you have people under, let's say this is the coach, this is you have people under you that are providing value to the community. So let's say we have the community here, and we have people within the community who joined and gained so much value that they became authorities within the community. Because this needs to be detached from you. That's what builds a true community. A community isn't somewhere where we have just one person speaking and everyone listening. We have everybody speaking. So you need to almost find these people as quickly as possible who are, whether they're your coaches that work under you, your client success managers, their Discord mods, whoever it is, but it needs to be people detached from you, okay? So let's say we call this person a CSM, we call them a sub coach. That's how we build an effective community. We have email, and the funny thing is, school actually has a technical email list within the school community, because every 48 hours, or I think it's 72, if you post in school, you can actually blast it to everyone's emails. So this means you can send an email every 2-3 times per week, which is essentially a school post, which reminds them, oh, there's that school community. I haven't gone through it. Or maybe I haven't interacted in a while. Or maybe this post was extremely valuable. So you want to treat this like an email list. Finally, we have calls. And so with the calls, at minimum, you should be doing 2 every month, and you should essentially treat these as workshops or webinars. This gives you an opportunity to sell one-to-many and answer Q&As, questions, but actually how I like to usually frame them and frame these calls is within the first 30 minutes, you give insane amounts of value and source and insights, okay? Solving their problems. And then in the last 15 to 30 minutes, you answer their questions and make it a Q&A. And then within that process, you sell them on something. You wouldn't want to sell them on something highly expensive. You just want to sell the next step. You want to sell, for example, a one-to-one call with you. So we have calls, we have our webinar. Via the webinar, you simply sell them using a discount for your one-to-one high ticket coaching program, but they can only access this if they jump on a one-to-one call with you. And that is how you utilize Skool as a consistent production mechanism where you have community, you have calls, you have an email list, and you have the classroom to consistently nurture the lead even after you own their data. So what do we actually have when we finish this process? We have an incredible community with all of these mechanisms within the community, but we also have the person's email and their SMS, which we can call, which we can text, we can do blasts. For example, with my clients, we're doing blasts, SMS blasts every single week, whether it's a promotion, whether it's to the YouTube video, whether it's to getting them into the school or getting them retargeted almost. And the most beautiful thing, this is almost a bonus. You can use this audience, this school audience, as a meta pixel to retarget to them. Okay, so later down the line, when you built this school up to 1,000, 5,000, however many members, you can retarget these people because these people are exceptionally nurtured. Guys, that was a source drop, that was a value drop, and I hope you gain some sort of utility from this. I hope you implement this for yourself. That being said, I've got a free school as well. How about that? But literally, if you're an online coach, you're trying to scale up, it's a no-brainer. Join the free school, gain some source, apply the free stuff for yourself and get some results. And then when you actually want to come to work with an expert to either implement this into your business or learn how to implement this the right way, just book in a call. It's a free fitness business audit. Although I don't only just work with fitness and health coaches, I help other online coaches. And this is an opportunity where you can learn exactly what you've been doing wrong, what you are doing right, and if there is an alignment, we can work together. So that being said, I hope you have an exceptional day. Smash the day, enjoy yourself. Jesus Christ loves you. God made, God paid. Take care of yourself.